Welcome to the Call Like I Don't See a podcast, where we talk about movies, comics, games, sports, and technical issues. I am GP.
And I am MC.
Hold on, wait. Wait.
I know you was going to introduce me, but I was embodying the spirit of AD. I wanted to jump in there.
That's why I'm laughing, because it's hilarious that what AD would do. AD would just jump right in, no holds bar. Okay, that's cool. All right.
I'm an OG fan of the show, GP. I've been listening to this thing since Jump.
Of course. Yeah. But I like to do the introductions.
Go ahead.
Okay. In the hot seat for this week, our guest has been on here a few times before. He's a gamer with a vast knowledge of gaming and pop culture. He's the host of Player Tuesday on the podcast. Give it up for MC Paperstacks in the building.
We in here
in the building. Here we go. What's up? How you doing? How was your week, MC?
It was fantastic. Honestly, the world's on fire. How about yours?
Of course. The world is on fire.
I'm staying positive, though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's always good to stay positive in these tough times. That's the only way you can be optimistic. But my week was normal.
Okay.
I decided I'm going to get Cyberpunk 2077. I'm sorry.
Hey, by the time you get it, it might be 2090 something. Don't worry about it.
True. That's true. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to get it today. I'm going to go to my local GameStop. But I got a question for you. Is it on PS5?
It is. Now, for those who are interested, just recently, when I say recently, I mean like this year, the next gen quote-unquote versions of Cyberpunk 2077 were released. That's the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. They already kind of had the similar version on PC for a while, since they're working with, the same platform. But yeah, I've played a little bit on both systems because Xbox had a 5-hour trial run and I already had a PS4 copy, right?
Right.
And it ran really well, I have to say. It doesn't change the core aspect of the game. A large part of the disappointment, I think, for a lot of people was what was promised based on what was delivered. But they kind of promised the moon. If you're looking for a fun action game with actually really decent writing, beautiful art, and just a different style of world to join, if you're a fan of like films like Johnny Mnemonic, Blade Runner, stuff like that, I think you'd be into it.
That's all me right there.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday I went to my local GameStop and they didn't have it at all. So they didn't have it on no consoles at all. So I was trying to figure out, is it on PS? Because like I type it up on for PS5 and nothing pops up besides the PS4 version.
Yeah, it's on PS5. Now, if you're having trouble finding a PS5 version, one thing you could try is just getting the PS4 version because there's a free upgrade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you might end up saving a few bucks that way. So
okay. Now I know. Yes, I'm going to get it on PS4. Cool. All right. All right. It's time to get angry, MC Paperstacks. Time to get stuff off your chest that you've been keeping dwell inside. It's time for Call It Out. Boom, 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 boom.
Call out.
Boom, boom, boom.
I got my grievances, homie. Let's talk that. So much BS. We gonna stop that. I got lyrics. Stay the fuck up out my lyrics.
This is bad.
Right. That's right.
Okay. What you mad about this week?
Oh boy, you know what I gotta call out? I gotta call out this week how people treat my kids. I don't like it. Listen. If you see somebody else's kid, don't offer them candy,
right?
Okay? You don't know how they do on sugar. What are you trying to do?
Exactly.
I'm out here actively fighting against the urge for everybody just to shovel junk food into my kids' mouths. Now, I'm not saying they can't have the occasional cupcake, but again, if that's like your first response when you see a kid, dial it back.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is. I mean, it's not the only grievance I have. I mean, my kid has long hair and people constantly go, you better cut his hair. People think he's a girl. And I'm like, no, they won't, because he'll just say he's a boy. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So ease up a little bit, treat them like little humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I ask. I got to call it out, man. People getting a little too familiar with the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think, that's a good call it out, man. So the candy part, is it a stranger giving them candy or?
I hope not. Stay off the fans, kid.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about like, teachers, distant relatives, friends. Oh, you got a kid? Kid, do you want a cookie?
Oh,
do you want some candy?
Yeah.
I'm like, pull it back, man.
Yeah.
Because of course he's going to say yes, but then all of a sudden my kid's got a sugar addiction. He's screaming about cookies every time we at the store.
Right.
So far I've been able to avoid that, and I'd like to continue on, please.
I got you. I feel you on that one. Okay. Well, mine is just a little bit different, but mine call it out. Every time I talk to this person, I'm not going to say their name. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say their name.
To protect the innocent.
Yeah, even though AD tried to, pressure me into saying their name on purpose on the show, but they have issues, but never hold themselves responsible for what's happening. They always have an excuse, or it's never their fault.
Ain't taking ownership. I know them.
Not taking ownership. Yeah, like it's every single issue they have an excuse. They got a pretty clear excuse on whose fault it is, and it's never theirs. And I just find it weird. So, what you think about that?
I think we do need to call that out. Listen, folks, if every single time something goes down in your life, and even if it doesn't feel like it's your fault, you need to look inside yourself, like, what was my role in this? And be honest.
Right.
Because if you're not honest with yourself and you out here trying to blame everybody else but you, guess what's going to happen? Misfortune. It's just going to continue to follow you wherever you go.
Right.
Okay? You got to take ownership sometime. Even if it's not 100% your fault, you contributed. Let's keep it real.
Keep it 100.
Exactly.
And in this case, 200. Anyway, that's our call it outs for this week. Okay, here we go. Our first topic is from canoe.com. I'm gonna butcher this name. Akiko Kadu married a holographic virtual singer named Hatsune Miku. Miku, I'm sorry. Miku has starred in several video games and has even went on world tours with Lady Gaga. They got married in 2019 via Gatebox, a company that facilitates holographic communication, but according to reports, there is no longer support for the Gatebox software that allowed communication to happen. So now he walks around with his life-size model in hopes to be able to communicate with her in the near future, stating that his love will never change for her. So,
I feel you, Akiko. We all go through rough patches in our marriages, and it's tough. You know what I mean? It could be real tough to bridge that gap between human and not human.
Even human to human relations, your wife don't talk to you, and you don't know why.
It's hard out here. She giving him a silent treat. I feel it. Yeah. Man, when you sent me this story, I recognized her name, Hatsune Miku. I was like, where do I know that girl from? Right? The article had the picture of her, and you're right. She's been in video games. She's like this virtual idol, and she's huge in Japan.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how did that works out for. Sorry to cut you off. How did that works out for people? What if? So she can be married to multiple people.
You know what? I went down a rabbit hole on this one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's right. There's tons of articles about this because it's a wild concept. I do think there are other people married, but I couldn't find any stories about other people being married to her.
Okay.
But she debuted in 2007, and the technology you were talking about happened in 2017. It is a machine that allows people to interact with characters via holograms, and she already started life as like a voice bank, right? So she already has all these lines she can respond with via AI. She's like a person you could talk to, kind of like one of those virtual assistants when you're trying to fix your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like Siri, and
Straight up, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I just found this whole thing fascinating. They interviewed him in depth. I mean, because he's been in the like back when he first got married to her.
Mm-hmm.
He found out about her in 2008. He was being bullied in Japan. He was going into a spiral of depression. And he just decided, you know what? This ain't worth it. I'm not going to fall in love with a real person. I don't want to be a part of this society. I'm going to fall in love with this doll. And I'm going to be what he coined the phrase fictosexual. You know what that is?
Fictosexual. No.
Someone who is attracted to fictional characters.
Wow. Oh. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're just way too into Jessica Rabbit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, most of us are, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could be described as that here and there. But anyways, they get married. Miku responds to him, treat me well. He spends 2 million yen on the wedding. That's like $20,000 here in the U.S.
Whoa.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah, and now here in the year of our Lord 2020 up to 2022, so far, no solution to bring back Gatebox so he can speak with his estranged wife. And my heart goes out to this man.
My heart does too. Yeah. It's kind of weird, but my heart does go out to him.
It's super weird. Let's not mince words.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that Joaquin Phoenix movie with her. That's the name of it.
Yeah. Where he falls in love with like a Siri, basically.
Yeah. And the voice was.
Was it Scarlett Johansson?
I think so.
I can't remember. It wasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's wild. Man.
Like I don't want to kink shame, but I to me, there's no replacement for the real thing. You know,
of course, it's physical contact.
It's physical contact.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess he can't touch his doll, but there's billions of warm-blooded people out there. Find you one. Find you two. I don't know.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
There got to be somebody that could role play as her somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
You saw the picture, Mr. Kondo. He's not a bad-looking dude. I think he could get out there and he could pull something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He can. Anybody can.
For sure.
There's someone for everyone, I think.
There's someone out there for everyone, even if you just so happen to be virtual and currently silent.
Right. Right. So I wonder, do you think Gatebox gonna try to, patch things up and get her back communicating, or?
I don't know. It depends on two things. One, is it economically viable? Maybe they shut down for a reason. Maybe they wasn't making enough money.
True.
Two, can we start a media campaign to put the pressure on to get this thing back up to unite these two people? Come on.
She's super popular, so she gotta have some type of hearsay to bring her back up and communicating again. Especially in this case. In his case, like he's married to her, so come on now. Someone in Gatebox got to see this story and be like, oh, I feel for him. Let's get her communicating again. So
yeah, step one, we need to get the marriage officially recognized by the Japanese government.
That's not going to happen.
What are we doing here, people?
Over there, I don't think they're going to do that over there. They're like,
oh, nah.
But yeah, that could happen here though.
Yeah,
that can happen here for sure. I believe.
If you were to marry somebody virtually, like if you were to be a fictosexual and like take this all the way to the end, drive it home to the conclusion, who are you marrying? Take a drink. Take a moment. Think about it. I'm gonna take a drink too.
Jeez. I'm guessing Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit? Okay.
I'm guessing. Of all the characters that's out there,
there's a lot.
There is
a lot. I'll tell you, if you've played Pokemon lately, some of them gym trainers, man, whew.
How they look? They looking good?
They looking good. I mean, all you gotta do is just go to any cosplay page. People out here are having a field day with these new trainers. Wonderful. And Black Girl Magic, they got people of all colors.
Of course.
Traditionally, especially with Japanese games, it's more homogenous, but they're branching out. The diversity is entering the Pokemon world, and you love to see it.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Man, you kind of put me on the spot with that question.
I know, right?
Wow.
There's so many answers you can't even land on one. You know
right.
what I mean?
And
but don't worry, you don't actually have to marry your GP. This is hypothetical.
But the hilarious thing, like with questions like these, you get them after the show is done, and you just be looking at something, be like, I should have said her. her.
I know, I hate that. That happens
Yeah.
to me in editing every single time.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want to call us right in and there, or you have some more to talk on?
I think we're going to need to call it.
All right, let's call it.
Well, call it then.
All right. Next topic. For a new study, researchers at Raykin integrated cellular cells in the cyborg of cockroaches to harness the natural strengths of the humble Madagascar hissing cockroach to aid the search and rescue operations and environmental monitoring missions. The electronic package include a lithium polymer battery, a wireless receiver, and a module that controls the insect legs fitted into a 3D printed backpack that matched the curve of its thorax, all enough for the bug to carry. So, people of the show, listeners of the show, we hate cockroaches. I cannot stand cockroaches. Neither does
Mainly because
AD.
they don't pay rent.
They don't pay rent, and they just surprise you when you least expect them to be.
No respect for boundaries.
Not at all.
They show up on you. Just, hey, what's up? No, don't do that.
Then they just fly. They just fly at night.
Oh, the flying ones, get the hell out of here.
Oh God,
Can't do it.
Oh man,
You want to see a grown man scream?
exactly right.
Forget hissing. I'm like, ah!
Right. What do you think of this idea to have cyborg cockroaches?
Cyborg cockroaches. Man, you know what? The first thing I thought about when I saw this was Fifth Element. Do you remember Fifth Element?
Yeah. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, of course.
So you remember Gary Oldman's henchman, played by Tricky. He had that little cybernetic cockroach that was spying on the president.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I always thought when I saw that the technology to move the cockroach would take longer than the technology to have the camera and the audio, but apparently it was the other way around.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
That's wild. We're in the future, man.
Right. And that the little backpacks it looks so big, but it's not. It's like, very light for the cockroach to carry too.
Well, that's the thing. When you have polymer lithium and you have like those special materials that they put on there to make it extra light, they're considering not only how much can this roach carry, how long can they carry it, but they even have specific spots where they glue or don't glue in order to match the curvature of the roach's body so it hinders movement hardly at all. They put electric shocks in to get those, the little antenna to go left or right, and then they hit the gas pedal on the thorax, and that cockroach just sails off.
Dude,
And it's amazing. It's amazing. This is so weird and gross and awesome. I can't believe it.
these researchers haven't seen Mimic. This could be a problem.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
What if they assassinate people? What if they have a plan like, I'm getting tired of this person here. Let's assassinate this governor of whatever, and just send out 8,000 cockroaches to attack his body.
GP, I have some bad news for you.
What?
If we're hearing about these cockroaches now, they've been doing that for years, bro.
I know.
That's right. It's been declassified.
I knew that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They up in people's ears right now.
Burrowing
Burrowing away. Just burrowing away. Little by little.
Oh no!
How's that for a visual?
That reminds me of Creep Show. Was it Creep Show?
Yeah, it was Creep Show.
Oh, I can't stand that. I think that's the problem right there. I think I had that. I think when I saw that as a kid, I was freaked out by cockroaches since then.
Same. There are some things that you cannot unsee, and if I could go back and shake my little self and go, "Don't you dare watch this," that and Human Centipede in this movie I saw called Contracted, I wouldn't watch any of those.
Contracted.
It's. I'll tell you about it offline because I just don't want to disturb the listeners. Not today.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What about ticks?
Oh, they're really gross, and the way that they attach to you and then they get all big. Get out of here.
I'm talking about the movie Ticks. You remember that movie?
Oh no, actually I haven't seen Ticks.
Oh, you never seen Ticks? Where it's like mutant ticks and they bury inside people and they grow and they bust out of them.
Nope.
It's disgusting.
Nope. Jordan Peele's nope.
Ron Howard's brother was in that, and
he's in everything.
Right, of course, all those horror films. Also, Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton from Fresh Prince is in there.
Wow, really?
Younger Alfonso Ribeiro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, I can't deal with this, man. I'm gonna start looking at every cockroach I see now. I'm gonna start looking at it very carefully if they have some on their backs.
Tricky, is that you? Are you listening to this conversation? Loved you in Massive Attack, buddy. At least they're out here doing jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they can finally pay some rent.
That's true.
Cockroaches.
That's true. Now,
hey, NLRB, you need to get on this. Are these scientists adequately compensating these cockroaches? Okay, or are they being exploited for their labor? This is a labor rights issue, man.
I think so, man. This is some.
It goes all the way to the top.
Yeah. We're gonna have to start making them look at the bug's life. To see the issues in there. But anywho, you want to call it right in there?
Let's call it.
All right.
Well, call it then.
Moving on. Hold on, MC. It's time for quick bits.
Here we go. Some real news real fast. 80. That's my favorite part.
Oh, God. That's hilarious. I'm keeping that in for sure. Okay. Netflix recently announced a surprise reboot of the iconic children's show, Teletubbies, returning to streaming services on November 14th. Were you a Teletubbies fan, sir?
Not at all. I dated a girl in high school who was, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Are you outside of your natural mind? And she just, I don't know. She just thought I was cute. What are you going to do? The colors? I mean, it was very coordinated. I could see the appeal. I wasn't a child at the time, so.
Right. Of course. Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I was like, I didn't understand this at all.
Yeah, because it had the baby fans, right? And then it had older people that were into it. It became like this cult thing. And you would see Teletubbies merch at like Hot Topic. What is happening?
Exactly. It seemed like it was too artsy for kids to understand in some ways. So I was like, okay. Teletubbies.
It's like if Bjork did a kids show.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You were like, you won't get it, but you'll understand it's a kids show.
Hello, children. We're going to do the fun time things. Grab your toy boxes.
Thanks.
This is a TV. It's a wonderful invention.
I gotta go back and watch that TV clip.
All right, moving on. The time-traveling classic TV series Quantum Leap is coming back to NBC, and they have released a trailer. What do you think of Quantum Leap coming back?
I think it's cool. I have to be 100% honest. I wasn't the biggest Quantum Leap fan when it was around, but I like the concept. And it's got a huge fan base, and it's one of those reboots or old shows that I think would translate well to now. And you could write very interesting storylines. I mean, you're leaping around in different times, solving problems. I love it.
To find his way home.
Yeah, exactly. I watched the trailer. Everybody was good acting. There was good action, good concepts. I'm excited about it.
I love that theme song of the old one.
Yeah, they redid that.
Boom, 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 boom.
How do I leap?
Yeah.
That's the best part.
That is the best part. Yeah, but yeah, I was trying to figure out will they merge. Well, the last episode of Quantum Leap, if I remember, they left off a cliffhanger.
I thought Sam got the ability to leap where he wanted to, and he didn't want to go back, so he just disappeared. Is that what happened?
I thought he got lost into leaping.
Oh, like almost like he just was so far gone they couldn't track him anymore.
Right.
Wow.
But then again,
wouldn't it be cool? Yeah. No, if that is the case, then the new character, I think his name is Ben. Maybe he would run into Sam at some point in the show.
I hope
that
so.
actor's still alive. That'd be cool.
I hope so. Yeah, Scott Bakula. Yeah.
I think it's Bakula.
Yeah.
Count Chocula?
Bakugo.
Bakugan.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they should bring him back for at least an episode, just to merge the two shows together.
For sure. There's one thing I don't like about this show.
What you got?
It's on Peacock. What the hell?
Yeah, a lot of
Peacock.
A lot of shows is going on Peacock for some reason. I don't know why.
because they're owned by NBC and they're the worst. Just put your shit on Netflix and stay out the game. There's too many of you. It's going to get to the point, like we thought cable was dead. It's going to get to the point where all these streaming channels just make up the new cable, and it's more expensive than ever.
Yeah, it's like a cable channel is giving birth to a streaming service. But make it plus.
Make it plus.
Yeah.
Man, messed up.
Yeah. All right, next quick bit. D23 has a ton of news for Disney upcoming properties such as Marvel, Star Wars, and other Disney IPs. What do you think of anything that grasped you and wanted you to watch or interest you?
Yeah. There's a lot going on. In fact, it's going on right now as we record. I was just on Twitter earlier before we started the show, and I saw that they're going to do a new ride at Disneyland featuring a multiverse version of Thanos. It looks like he's wearing Sauron's crown from Lord of the Rings. And they had concept art from all these different heroes, like 2 different Spider-Man. One of them was animated. She-Hulk was there. Planet Hulk was there. Regular Hulk was there. Daredevil was there. Ms. Marvel was there. Iron Man, Captain Carter, Captain Britain, whatever you want to call her, Captain America, another Captain America. It was wild.
So this is a whole multiverse ride.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you see anything so far that?
I'm looking forward to Secret Invasion.
Yes.
I think that's gonna the look of the trailer intrigued me the most out of everything. Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts. I'm trying to figure out where Zemu, Baron Zemu, and also you have Abomination. You might as well use him because he's supposed to be in the Thunderbolts.
I thought he was going to be. I didn't see him in the lineup either. That was odd.
Right, you got mostly super soldiers in the lineup, so I don't know how it's going to be. I hope they just not showing all the group. I hope they just show more than, I hope they have more than what they have. Yeah.
That's how Marvel do, right?
Yeah.
You can never really take any trailer that they show you without a grain of salt because they CG things in, they CG things out, they hold their cards close to their chest because while they want to get you hyped, they don't want to tell you everything, not right away.
That's true.
So, I mean, honestly, they're setting up a meal right now in She-Hulk. I don't see why he wouldn't show up eventually. And looking at the lineup, I like all these characters for the most part. I think they've been fun in their respective roles. Yeah. There's a couple of bland villains here and there, like the one from Ant-Man, but overall, I dig it.
Yeah, I hope if they're gonna put her like Ghost, I hope they give her more screen time because we really didn't get that much in.
She needs to be developed. I completely 100% agree.
Also, Taskmaster. I just want
to
see her as a regular person now since she's not controlled anymore. Anything else from D23?
Not so far. It's a whirlwind of news. I'm sure we'll be talking about it for weeks to come.
Yeah.
But honestly, I was just talking about this to a friend the other day. I remember when Disney Plus first came out, I was just like, why would I ever subscribe to you? I have all these Disney movies on, Blu-ray, whatever.
Right.
And then they were like, oh yeah, well, what about The Mandalorian? I'm like, oh, that's okay. What about this Marvel show? What about this Marvel show? What about every 2 weeks we just drop something that you've never seen before? And I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
I mean, think about the last time. How long do you have to wait between Marvel TV shows? It's been wild the last couple of years.
Back to back.
And for the most part, they've all been bangers. I mean, I definitely like some more than others, but I've had a good time overall.
Me too, yeah. I forgot you mentioned the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer had dropped.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I'm ready for that one because he's going back to Mandalore, so. Bam, bam, bam. Wait. I don't even know what theme song is that. Okay, now I know. Boba Fett.
I think I'm doing the Boba Fett one.
Yeah.
Probably the best part about that show is the theme song.
Yeah. And then also at the end of the season, they let you know the whole theme song now. Boba Fett. Yeah. That was good. We talking these sports. I know you don't talk at these sports.
I don't typically do these sports.
You don't do these sports. But I just want everybody to know that the NFL is back. New season. Woo! Get with it if you're watching it. Sunday, Monday Thursday. There you go. That's it.
Pigskins, first downs, touchdowns. I know
Field
football,
goals, end
and
zones.
shoulder pads, and helmets, and butt touching.
Referees, helmets, game. Boom.
End zone celebrations. Not too much, you get a flag.
Scrimmages and picks. Yeah. And that was Quick Bits. Oh man, I think this is the most I'm gonna be laughing about this episode. Okay. Okay, time to review I'm sorry. Okay. Time to review She-Hulk, a trailer. Episode 4.
Woo, yes.
Is this not real magic? And in this episode, Wong asks for Jennifer's help when Donnie Blaze, a rogue magician who works as a stage magician, begins to misuse the mystical arts and endanger audiences of his shows. Meanwhile, Jennifer tries to date as herself and as She-Hulk. Your thoughts on this episode, sir?
I loved it. I love this show overall. It's shaping up to be, as irreverent as it is, one of my favorite Marvel shows, which before it was WandaVision, which is so tonally different from this. But it's just a fun ride. It's so fun. So stupid in a way, but I love it.
Best comedy show from Marvel for sure. Hands down. Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Yep.
This episode was like, I read She-Hulk comics. I think this episode really defined her in a way, like just the dating aspect and like Wong interrupting dating to do some superhero work.
Right.
I think that whole dynamic is the perfect representation of She-Hulk.
Amazing. Yeah. I have a question though. Why did Wong let Donnie Blaze keep his sling ring after he pulled all those shenanigans at Carmitage? Wouldn't he take it away?
That's true.
That's the only reason he was even able to do magic in the first place in this episode.
Right. I think, but do you take away their magic? I think he didn't know. I think when they took him out of the
They kicked him out of
Carmitage. I think he didn't really know that much though. I think he accidentally created a portal or was practicing creating a portal himself. I think that's like the first thing you actually do when you're trying to practice magic,
that's what I'm
right?
saying. That's how he got kicked out. Remember, Wong said he snuck in one of his old college buddies in a keg.
Right. Yeah.
Using the sling ring, because that's how he's able to transport things, right?
Yeah.
So he knew how to use that magic.
That's
and
true.
He had a sling. Take his sling ring away.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying. Unless he hid it somewhere. Maybe in the old prison wallet. Who knows?
Knowing that guy, he probably hid it. Just like he
Probably
hid
hid
all
somewhere.
those cheap magic tricks.
Oh man, what'd you think about Madison with 2 N's, 1 Y, but it's not where you
think. Oh man, I think her character was weird because it seemed like any situation she's in,
she's drunk as hell.
She's drunk, either drunk. I don't know how she's still drunk, and she was in the whole distant. I don't know what hell she was in, or some kind of
different. Well, whatever dimension allows you to hold a human heart and not think twice about it. Jesus.
Yeah. And plus, you talking to a demon and to bring you back. So they got some type of consequence with that, because nobody's not gonna, no demon gonna just bring her back to Wong of all people.
Oh my God! Did we say spoilers?
I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! Spoiler
You should have
alert.
expected it, to be honest. Come
exactly.
on.
Yeah. That's how we do it here.
That's how we do.
We kick it off and spoiler alerts later. But yeah, she fell in Wong's his lap while he watching Sopranos.
Love it.
With a heart in her hand.
You
Crushed
should
heart.
hold a still beating human heart. That was the effed up thing.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah.
What happened?
But is she drunk all the time? Because
I don't know. You can tell she was written deliberately to be annoying, but I kind of liked her because she was just so sweet about it.
Yeah.
She was like, "Wongers, let's get drinks and talk Sopranos."
Wongers.
Wongers.
I like that.
This is fun.
She said, "Did you start speeding again? You in court for speeding?" That was funny.
You're texting while driving? Just say you were texting 911. They can't get you. That's not true.
No.
Don't listen to Madison with the why where you don't think it is for legal advice.
Exactly. Nah, don't do that. What do you think of this Donnie Blaze character being? People think, suspecting since Donnie Blaze is related to Johnny Blaze.
Sounds like Johnny. Yeah, that it might be Ghost Rider. What do I think about that?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I recognize that it was a reference to Johnny Blaze and never thought twice about him being potentially Ghost Rider till just now. Mm-hmm. That just shows you the analytical mind that I have. But I don't know. It would be interesting, but it would make Ghost Rider more of a jokey character. Not that you couldn't go that route, because it's very hard to take seriously.
Yeah.
But I do still kind of partly want an edgelord Ghost Rider. Maybe not a Nicolas Cage style. That was a little too wild.
Yeah.
But, more dark, more brooding, in the style of, Blade and Moon Knight and Morbius and all that. So,
because
I don't know.
Nicolas Cage character was peeing fire.
He was an actor unleashed. There was no direction. It was just be Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough.
I think that's I think any Nicolas Cage movie, Nicolas Cage should be uncaged. Basically.
Maybe. Did you see Pig, one of his more recent films?
I didn't see Pig, but also I didn't see the one where it's about his life, but he's a agent of some sort.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that one too. Yeah,
that one looks fun.
Yeah,
that one looks a lot of fun. Pig is on Hulu, I think, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's one of the ones that reminds you that he actually can be a serious actor as well. Mm-hmm. It's very sad and poignant, but it's a good film, and he's excellent in it. He's amazing.
Right, that's true.
Big fan of Nicolas Cage. He's great.
Yeah, he's always great. That Mandy was. I saw that. That was just definitely crazy right there.
Yeah, I heard that was wild for sure.
What do you think about Jennifer's dates?
Okay. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I have to call BS on something. Okay. For better or worse, Tinder for women is a firing squad of dicks. You cannot tell me, even if she used her corpo headshot, there wouldn't be men lining up to take her out on a date.
That's true, because she was still getting dates as Jennifer. And
she got one. She got one. That was the joke, is that she went through all that. She only got one match. He was terrible, which, again, the firing squad is going to be 90% terrible, but it is a firing squad.
Right.
So the fact that she had to be She-Hulk in order to get a lot of hits, I wasn't buying it. But still, if I saw She-Hulk, I'd swipe. Which way is the positive way? This is after my time.
Swipe right, I think.
I'd swipe right on She-Hulk for sure. Yeah. She's thick.
Yeah.
She thick as hell. Ooh, pick me up. Step on my chest, mommy.
I think either Jennifer or She-Hulk I will swipe right, because I would like to see. I just say change to She-Hulk. All right, change back to Jennifer. Okay, change back to She-Hulk. All right, change back to Jennifer. Oh my god. I think I would annoy her because I would keep asking her to do that.
Yeah, and she's a lawyer, which means she's got money. She'd be my sugar mama, and she's actually really funny and fun. I love her in the show. She's great.
That's true. Yeah. Both Jennifer and She-Hulk is dope in the show.
Great casting.
Yeah. What do you think about the scene with the guy she actually liked, and She-Hulk actually liked, when after the one night stand, he was turned off because he didn't know who Jennifer was. He was just ready to go.
I let it go, but it didn't make any sense.
That's what I was about to say. It did not make any sense.
No, because she went in a portal to fight the demons with Wong, and when she came back, he was laying on her couch reading feminist theory.
Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out
He's a pediatrician. He's like, I want to hear about you. You know, like he was actually being a thoughtful, attentive date. Now, he could have been manipulating her, but like, they laid it on a little too thick for that. They should have made it more ambiguous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he should have stayed on like the show at least in the next episode and realized that what she do is not cutting out for him.
Yeah, like make it more organic. The fact that he just went, "Oh, now you're a regular human. I gotta go."
Right, that was kind of weird. I was like, oh.
She made him breakfast. I'd stick around for some eggs at least. Come on.
That breakfast looked good.
It looked real good. It was made with love. That's the most important ingredient.
Exactly. Right. What do you think? What do you think of these demons? These little demons that grow and never die, I guess.
That whole sequence was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved every part of it. She was like squashing them, and there was goo all over, and she was tossing them through the portal. And
that's
like
the
you
best
said, they were
CGI,
growing bigger and oh yeah, it was awesome. No,
Yeah.
That's one critique you could give of this show is the CGI is kind of bad in certain scenes, especially when it's super bright. Like when that guy had her change in the lawyer's office, I was like, oh no. I look like iRobot, like on an HDTV circa the green screen era.
Yeah, I think anything that has her, I guess, with that suit that really doesn't fit, like it's the changing suit, I guess.
Yeah,
it's the stretchy changing suit. I think anything that's tight on her, I guess, you know, it's better quality as CGI, I guess, because you know they designed it better with tight clothes or.
I see what you mean, like the CGI with her and the Hulk. She was wearing tighter clothes and it didn't look as bad. And it was light outside. I don't know. I just feel like they worked on some scenes more than others. And if they're, you know, with that, both the characters were CG, so they didn't have to have like real life humans in the shot. So maybe they had to do less work to make it look real or overcome the uncanny valley. I don't know. I just know that some of them shots don't look great.
Right.
But I got over that so quickly because she's charming. The show is awesome. The demon fight was super cool.
Yeah.
And not as awesome as her twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. When I tell you, my entire family was just shaking our ass for 3 minutes during the end credits. We're like, she's twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. Do body yada 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 yada. My 8-month-old just grabbed it on him and just dropped his diet. He was like, bat. Go boy, go baby, twerk. You know how babies do that twerk where they're trying to stand? He was into it. He's into it. Baby, twerk.
Twerking before you walk. Look at you. What do you think of these? Speaking of the cutscenes, I mean the ending credits. What do you think of them so far?
Oh, the tags on the end of the episodes.
Yeah.
They've been some of the best. Captain America. Fuck! Are you kidding me? I love those. They've been amazing.
That messed up. She had to act like she drunk for order for him to say the actual.
Yeah, to give the goods on. I mean, that was his friend. He ain't trying to tell his business. Hulk, he's a real one for that.
Right.
But I mean, she tricked him. So what are you gonna do?
Right. What do you think of this one with Madison and Wong?
You ever had a Long Island iced tea? Yes.
Like,
a White Russian? Yes. A Cosmo? No. What is that? I don't know. It's in a martini glass.
What wedding? What wedding he was talking about that he got that goat?
The goat's milk?
Yeah.
Mixed with vodka, was it?
What
was that? It sounded gross.
Yeah. He said he got it from a wedding. What wedding was that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. You think they were referencing an MCU wedding? Who got married?
I'm guessing. It can be
maybe Tony Stark and Gwyneth Paltrow. No, because they wouldn't have goat's milk, would they?
Who knows? Tony would mess with that. I don't think it's strange.
Maybe he went to Luke Skywalker's wedding because there was weird milk in his movie. Maybe he's crossing dimensions.
True. Yeah.
Hanging out in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
That seems like a very Wong thing to do.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
This distant planet, the Pacifist. The Pacifist of the multiverse.
I will show you a magic trick.
Beware.
Space wizards from another dimension. Had to make his own lightsaber. He had to make his own lightsaber out of like one of those those limp, stringy, magical things that they use. The whips.
Yeah.
It would keep like falling limp on accident. It could be a whole thing.
He had to shake it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Wong. It happens to all of us.
Oh man. Anything else on? Oh, what do you give She-Hulk? I'm sorry. I'm so flustered.
Okay. Oh, it's all good, man. We're having a great time. Don't even worry about it. So I know you do out of 10. I do out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my brain can handle the math. I was more language, not math. Anyways, so out of 5, I want to give it a 5.
5.
Not to say it's perfect or it's going to change your life, but it accomplished everything it set out to do.
Okay. All right.
I enjoyed it from start to finish. Not the best episode, so if you want to get technical, maybe a 4.5. But I don't have any problem giving it a 5 in every other episode I've seen that show so far.
Okay. With this episode, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. But this is by far the best episode for me so far, out of the 4 currently.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
Very cool.
I think besides the first episode, but this one, the pacing felt right.
I agree. It's like you said, it reminds you of She-Hulk comics. It's showing you the duality of her life and how fun it can be, you know, trekking off the fight superheroes back to your lawyering, the two mix. I agree with you 100%, and all the other episodes had really great parts that elevated the entire episode, but there didn't seem to be downtime. I mean, even Jan looked at the camera at one point, was like connecting the A plot to the B plot. Oh, wait,
Right.
no, that was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like they're really good at just keeping it moving, and I like this half-hour format. You know, if you want to do, especially for this type of show, a half hour, but just do more episodes like they're doing, I think that's perfect.
Yeah, because it's like 9, right? 9 episodes.
It is 9 episodes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But man, I think this season's gonna be a good season, man. I want to see more of She-Hulk even after this. Well, she is. I think she.
Yes,
will be.
please. I want to see multiple seasons of She-Hulk just tying the MCU together with all of its goofy strings. I love it.
Yeah.
Cameos every week. Let's go.
Right. All right. That was our review of She-Hulk. Next we got. Oh, my God. Can't believe I just watched Morbius. Oh my goodness!
Why'd you do this to me? I missed a major portion. I was supposed to reference Jennifer. Damn it!
That's true. You know what? No one mentioned Jennifer yet.
No, and I had a plan to, but it didn't make it to the final draft of my notes. I was like, Jennifer, cancel my Netflix subscription. Fucking Morbius. That's our She-Hulk end credit scene.
There you go.
Jennifer, cancel my Disney Plus. They were twerking. That's the devil's dance. I gotta go to church. Jennifer, cancel my Peacock. It sounds too much like something else. I don't like it. Yeah. Why am I so mean? It turned into like it was like, Mom, give me a pot pie. That was not nice. I love you, Jennifer. I'm sorry. I love you. I love everything you do for the show. Jennifer, you are the GOAT.
She is a GOAT, man. I don't know how she do it.
I don't know how she's MVP.
Right, MVP.
This whole thing would crumble. It would shut down without Jennifer. You don't even know.
Indeed. Why did I do this to myself? Because I hate. This could be a call it out. I hate Spider-Man centric villains trying to be heroes in without Spider-Man. It makes no sense. Anyway, I digress.
At least they actually said Spider-Man this time. They didn't go that thing in New York. That other, yeah.
My wife saw that and she was like, oh, "So what that means?" I said, "Exactly. It don't mean nothing. Morbius don't even know who Spider-Man is in this." But anyway, we going way at the end of the movie.
I think that's Sony hedging their bets that maybe they'll have a hit on their hands and they don't need Disney anymore and they can go off and do. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
You know why you can't? Because 1, it's a villain. 2, every time they using these Spider-Man villains to make their own spinoff of a movie, they keep making him fight himself. He basically fighting the same power set.
Such a good point.
From Venom to this, and when Craven come out, it's going to be the same exact thing. He's going to fight someone that took an antidote that got animal powers just as Craven. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. That's all they can do because they don't have the ingredient of Spider-Man.
He's going to fight like Black Panther's cousin who's visiting New York.
Got lion abilities and could turn into a lion and hop around New York buildings and stuff like that. That's all it's going to be. Yeah.
And that's because the most interesting thing about these villains, and again, this doesn't sound like it's going to be very fair, but hear me out. The most interesting thing about these villains is their relationship to Spider-Man.
Right.
So when you pull that rather large component out of it and you try to stitch it onto itself, it just doesn't feel fleshed out. Now, I'm not saying that they couldn't stand alone eventually, but when you introduce them, you have to fill in so many blanks without Spider-Man. Come on, Sony.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, and all they got is the Daily Bugle on the newspaper. Like, that's
Exactly.
That don't even make any sense, man. Anyway, this movie was okay. I'm gonna start off with, why do they keep calling
Lucian Milo.
Lucian Milo?
I'm literally looking, calls Lucian Kid Milo. Adults called him that too. My first note, hand to God. What the hell? Like, it's one thing for, again, Morbius is introduced as a very douchey kid who's like, what is your name? Fuck that. Your name is Milo. But and that's fine. But then, like, the other caretakers in adulthood life start
calling him Milo too.
Like, you can't just rename children, guys.
This is what
I'm
a
dog.
Get. You rename him a name like the character of actual Milo was in the movie in the past. We don't even know who the actual Milo. He don't even know who the actual Milo is. He said some guy named Milo. Well, I don't even remember. Like, but why are you calling him Milo?
I mean, it was shorthand, obviously, for you're not important. You're going to die really soon like the other kids. I don't need to learn your name.
Right.
But I think when they became good friends, he should have started calling him Lucian, because that would show, the
respect.
progress in the relationship. Yeah, mutual respect. I now think of you as a lifelong friend. Therefore, I don't need to cast aside your name.
Right.
But this movie doesn't have time for nuance because it's too busy being mid.
Right.
Like, that's the thing that pissed me off most about the movie. I was going in thinking, okay, GP's making me watch this whack-ass movie, but at least it'll be so bad I can laugh at it with him on the show.
Right.
And I can't even do that because it's just competent enough to where you can nitpick it, but it's not a terrible movie because of the sum of its parts, or because of its parts, but because of the sum of its parts. When you put everything together, it just exists. It's by the numbers.
I nitpicked this movie very much. So,
I did too.
Tyrese character. Okay, so you got Tyrese in this film.
Jody in the FBI.
you got Jody as this brooding agent that just walks around and looks serious. You're not doing any detective work. You're barely even asking any questions. Why are you in this movie?
Well, thank you for bringing that up, because that's the thing about this movie. They didn't find any way to organically link the scenes or progress the story. So you notice how they just put things in the character's way so they can get to the next thing. Yeah. Like when he's looking for a lab in order to find a cure, some dudes come in like, take this counterfeit $100 bill, ma'am, and take more for your trouble. We can make more at the lab.
Right.
And then on the way to the lab, he gets hungry, and guess what? Two negligent, hospital workers or whatever buy an ambulance, and they just leave a bag of blood or like a box of blood on the ground. Like, that's blood. I know. And they leave.
Like, he got everything he needs that's conveniently on the ground.
It falls out of the sky like power-ups. Is this Morbius or Mario Brothers? The fuck?
I think it's Mario Brothers.
And that's
Vampire
boring.
Mario. Yeah.
Nobody has to make any effort to do anything. It's just, I discovered the cure to this. Well, it's not the cure, but here's the real cure. Oh, this is how you take down, bro.
and they to be so of a rare blood disease should make you not really a douche. They was douchebags. They was douchebags in that movie, man. Even before they got the powers, it was just douchebags, man.
Right. Also, did you notice when Morbius kissed, what's her name? Catalina? What's her name? Martine. Dr. Martine. When he kissed her, she bit his lip and drank a bit of his blood, which I think they were setting up for her to turn into something at the end, right?
Right.
But, dang it, spoilers!
Spoiler! Spoiler!
I am the worst. You know what? I'm saving you guys some time. You don't need to see this. Anyways, she drank a bit of his blood to set up later on when he drinks hers that she's going to turn into, basically a vampire too, right?
Yeah.
But at no point did they establish in her character that she was kinky like that.
Right.
So she bit a walking biohazard in the mouth.
Right.
For no other reason than it was just hot, I guess.
It seems like she did that to save herself in a way. I don't.
Well, she wasn't hurt yet. That's the thing.
But she was. Didn't he? He
Oh,
did
wait.
something to her, right? Yeah.
Well, I thought
Because she was on the ground. She was on the ground when he found her on top of the building. She was already hurt from.
Fair enough.
Milo.
I was wondering if it was that kiss where she bit him, or it was the kiss before when Milo discovered them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. It was because he made her call out.
But regardless, she didn't know that. I mean, if she was already dying and she bit him, that makes it a little better. But I could have sworn it wasn't. Regardless, they didn't really set up that would be a thing on her mind. It just seemed random that in a sweet moment where they're either saying goodbye to each other or, when they started professing their love, that she would just interject a bite like that. It was weird. That's all I'm saying. We're nitpicking. Yeah,
that's true. And Lucian, man, he was a creep. He was just a stalker type. He was like stalking at her
I almost feel
apartment.
I almost feel like maybe there was a draft of the script or even scenes that they shot where he was in love with her, because the guy that plays Lucian is a very good actor.
Oh, he was in love with Morbius.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was getting very mixed signals about how he felt about different characters at different points in the movie. Right. You know what I mean? It was very inconsistent and it was confusing in mid, and I hated it.
And also go ahead.
I know, because we could do this all day.
Right.
One more thing. I'm sorry. I don't mean when he defeats Lucian, when Morbius and Milo fight, right?
Right.
And then Morbius knows how dangerous their blood is, and he just leaves him behind.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? This guy is a doctor. He specializes in pathogens and blood, and that would be the first thing on his mind. Like, I gotta get rid of this body.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
True. But they was too overpowered though. It was like they fell so deep down underground. It's gonna take a while for that body to be found anyway.
But they got the X that marks the spot. Jody was looking at the hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jody.
So he was like, I gotta go see Taraji, but first this hole. I need you to get down there and find the body.
And then I'm gonna call my family, and we're gonna ride down there in the cars of Fast and Furious because we family.
That's right. This is a crossover with Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
They did it again. It's all about family.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. What do you think about this guy riding on wind currents?
The science was so dubious throughout that at that point I was like, sure, why not? Why not that and sonar and whatever else you want? Again, there are ideas here that I think aren't bad on their face. It's how they're implemented. And you're right. They didn't really put a box around the powers. And when it's just two CGI characters smacking each other around for 10 minutes, it gets boring. To their credit, that at least that infight didn't last as long as, say, some DC movies have. Like, even the original Wonder Woman, I think, was ruined by a way too long CGI punch fest at the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that third act of Wonder Woman, the first one, yeah. Was she fighting Ares?
Ares, that's right.
Yeah.
Ares! Boy. Do a little Kratos reference for you guys. I'm a video game guy. What do you mean?
Of course. So, stay in the end. Okay, so why does Adrian Toomes get transported in that world?
He thinks it has something to do with Spider-Man, which is why he said, I don't know. I think it has something to do with Spider-Man.
And it does, but where did he get his suit?
I know, because the last note that I wrote about this movie is, how did Toomes get his suit? Right. Did Tinkerer come through with all the Chitauri tech?
Right.
What do?
Is there any Chitauri on this universe?
Do the Chitauri know who Spider-Man is?
There's only Venom from as an alien that's on this world. So
does it bring through Thanos as well? There are Thanoses in other universes that know Spider-Man.
That's true.
Imagine the shit show that would have happened if Thanos showed up in no way.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
That'd have been a wrap.
That would have been.
Sorry,
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What? I don't want to say. What do you give this?
I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not awesome enough to be a 1. It's not like The Room with Tommy Wiseau. It's not average enough to be a movie that I could recommend to anybody.
I will watch The Room.
It's not great.
I will watch The Room for sure.
Yeah. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm fed up with this world.
GP, how is your sex life anyway? Nice doggy.
Oh God, man, it's a classic. Oh man,
It is a classic. It is a classic.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I want to do I gotta watch that movie again. But I give it, just because I hate this whole cash grab Sony doing. I'm giving it a -1.
Wow.
-1, man.
The bar is in hell.
I only watched this because of the podcast. That's it.
Same.
Yeah.
It came to Netflix quick to the mug, though.
Of course. They were like, with this catchphrase, "It's Morbin time." I'm like, oh no.
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
Wait, that wasn't actually said in the movie, was it?
No, but like when they was campaigning to come back in the theaters.
That was a legit, honest ad. I saw that. I thought it was a meme.
Nah,
Are you kidding me?
It was a legit ad.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Also, Jared Leto sucks as a person, so that puts a little bit of stain on it too.
I think he need to give up on these comic book movies. I don't think nobody wants him as.
Yeah, just continue playing serial killers that confound Denzel Washington or something. I don't know.
Overweight serial killers. Now he was good in that movie. He was good.
He was amazing in that movie. Yeah, for sure.
Let's move on to put your face in this. Yes. What you got to put your face into?
This week I want to put y'all on something, okay? Furikake. Do you know what that is?
Furikake. Sounds like an anime.
Not quite. Not quite. It is Japanese rice seasoning.
Now, spicy?
You probably no, not quite. Although there are different variations. You probably can't roll down to your local Walmart or Kroger or whatever and pick up a canister. Although maybe you can. But I've been able to easily order it online, like off Amazon or whatever. It's rice seasoning that is mainly composed of sesame seeds, salt, sugar, a little bit of nori. Kind of got like a umami flavor, right? And it's perfect for rice and vegetables and fish. I've been putting it on everything. I have a variant that is spicy. It's the wasabi flavored one, so it's got a little bit of wasabi in there, a little hot mustard, you know. But yeah, you can get different ones that kind of lay on the soy taste a little more, like soy sauce. You can get ones that are sweeter. There's all different variations, and of course you have like the vanilla OG like rice spice. And it is now a staple. I can't do without it. Once a weekday, I make a poke bowl and I'll roll the fish in the furikake, or I use the furikake to mix with the rice, and I put my face in this rice seasoning. I hit the line, AD. I hit the line.
Yeah, you could hear him somewhere say, "Hit the line! Don't forget to hit the line."
I'm gonna need you to hit the line.
I'm gonna need you to hit the line, bro. What line?
Hit the line. Hit the line.
The line. I am
Good
not
sir.
talking about the drugs, but the line.
Good sir. Do
Good
the
sir.
line, not the cocaine.
Not
Good
the
sir.
cocaine.
It's a pretty good AD impression. I liked it.
That is. That's pretty good. Yeah. He'll crack up laughing at that. But I'm gonna put myself into. Well, it's pretty short.
Okay.
Those Groot shorts that's on Disney Plus.
Yes, they're awesome, aren't they?
I was cracking up laughing at those. Actually,
I loved them. They were hilarious.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised at all those. All 5 shorts was pretty hilarious, man. In their own special way. So, put your face in I Am Groot. Yeah.
On Disney Plus,
All
guys.
Disney Plus.
Look out for a cameo in one of the episodes, too. I was very surprised.
Yeah, very quick cameo. Yeah. It was good. It's time to slow it down. Simmer down and get yourself a positive chakra. Yeah.
Slow it down.
MC Paperstacks got it for this week.
All right, guys, I'm going to hit you with one of my favorite quotes. It's from Frederick Douglass. He said this in 1855. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. I'm going to say it again.
Say it again.
It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Now, he was speaking in the context of the devastating effect of slavery, and you can also really translate that to any kind of atrocity or just child raising in general. A lot of people had very, very rough childhoods, and they carry that hurt out into the world, you know what I mean? We've seen it with a lot of celebrities. But if you take the time to really sit and build up a strong child, really care for them, you know, don't take any shortcuts.
Right.
That's going to pay dividends throughout their life and the lives of everyone they touch.
Indeed, sir. That's true. That was a good one, man.
Thank you.
And that was Positive Chakra.
All right.
It's time, before we go, it's time for yellows before we head out. MC Paperstacks. Anyone you want to shout out, let them know. What up?
All right. Well, I'd like to shout out my lovely wife, Mrs. Paperstacks. It's been a wonderful year with her, and we've had a lot of changes in our podcast as well. Coincidentally, we have AD on hiatus, right?
Yeah.
My co-host with the co-most, Full Metal Merc, also had to take a hiatus.
Shout out.
Shout out to Full Metal Merc. So they're out doing their thing, and it's really helped transform where I want to take my show. So I'll hand the link tree over to GP for the show notes, if you don't mind. But when you go there, you're not only going to see Player 2 is there in the podcast, but a podcast we partnered with through a network, Gamer Friends. I'm covering gaming news every 2 weeks. So if you like gaming, but you don't have time to follow all the news, check in with Player 2 is there in the podcast. We're going to give you that news every 2 weeks. On the off week, going to have some bonus episodes, some backlog, going to play some games I've always wanted to get into, talk about them. And a little surprise, if you guys follow me, coming in October, I'm going to be starting a relationship podcast with Mrs. Paperstacks. Should be a good time.
Yeah, I really did like that episode with you and Mrs. Paperstack. That was hilarious.
Thanks, man. You know what inspired me to do that?
What?
You having Max on.
I know.
I was waiting for you to say, what?
I said the what, like, I don't act like I don't know, but I know. Oh, what?
What was that, good sir? Yeah, no, you and Max have such good chemistry, and I love when she comes on. I think it's just a sweet vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth when you talking to your wife on a podcast.
For sure. And it was just as smooth when we did it, and we loved it so much. I was like, we got to do this on a regular basis. So if you're into video games, check out Player 2 is there in the podcast. If you're into relationship podcasts, keep an eye out, because next month, more to come.
Nice. Yell out to my aunt Cynthia, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Shout out.
Happy birthday
to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to you, MC Paperstacks. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks, man.
I hope great success comes for your new show and more of Player 2 and Enter the podcast. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you're gonna do 2 shows simultaneously while having 2 kids. I don't know. How do you do it, sir?
It is a tight partnership with Mrs. Paperstacks and a good work-life balance.
Right.
I am approaching 40. I'm done with the bullshit. If you mess around with me, you get left behind. I gotta keep it moving. So
you heard
I'm
that?
I'm not getting jerked around by work. I'm not getting jerked around by people. I am just here. We are getting it done, and it's a lovely thing to see.
That's good. That's great. That's great to hear. That's our show. Listen, folks, that's just what we do. And now it's time for us to pay some dues. We shall catch you all on the flippity flop. Peace and deuces.
Take care.
Bye-bye.